And now, John Crant, author of Self-Recruiter Changing the Rules, How to Be Your Own Recruiter and Ride the Economic Crisis to Your Next Career Challenge. Welcome to Self-Recruiter's Resume Renovation. In this podcast, you'll learn how to increase the value of the items on your resume and how to make the cuts necessary to be seen as a standout during your job search. Along the way, you'll learn some important secrets from behind the scenes that you must understand to produce a winning resume. So, let's get started. Before beginning to renovate your resume, there are a few key points that we must keep in mind. Number one, you are a product too. Number two, resume, the new definition. Number three, your resume's goals. And number four, understanding stacks of resumes. And number five, the 3-second resume test. You are a product too. When a company chooses to hire you, they're really buying a product, and that product is you. Or at least they're buying your time and your talents. Think of your favorite product that you have a desire for. Maybe it's a 52-inch TV, maybe it's an iPhone. Maybe it's that favorite cafe of yours, little homemade slice of pie. No matter, the question is about desire for a hot product and how that feels. We need to create that desire on your resume. A resume? What is it? It is and should be a simple sales sheet on a hot product that you want to help create that desire for that we had talked about. Remember, it's not about creating a laundry list of simply everything. It's about creating focused value. Your resume's goals? A clear, clean, straightforward format. A format where the information jumps off the page for the reader. Specific items and accomplishments thought to be of greatest interest to the hiring manager, highlight it and format it in such a way they can be easily absorbed at first glance. And a clear accounting of your educational background and any ongoing training which may be relevant. Understanding stacks of resumes. Your resume competes with many, many others, and those resumes are sorted into stacks. Those stacks are, number one, there might be someone here. Number two, there may be someone here and I may look later, but they rarely do. And number three, the thanks but no thanks stack. That's where resumes go they deem not to be a fit for some reason. Here's the secret that you might not like. As hiring managers and HR professionals get busier and busier and have to sort all of those resumes into stacks, the time allotted to making that quick assessment can become very, very short. How short? It can be just 3 to 5 seconds per resume. Your goal is to get your resume into stack number one. The 3-second test for resumes. Try this with me. 1001, 1002, 1003. That's 3 seconds. In that amount of time, they have to absorb your value. What are the key points we want them to know instantly? Number one, your name, which is your brand. Number two, your current last 3 employers and titles of the positions that you've held. And number three, your educational background. We may now get the 3 to 5 second review of our resume, but we may not yet understand how they are valuing us based on that quick look. With just a quick glance at a resume with the proper formatting, an HR professional or hiring manager looks at, number one, the quality of the companies for which we have worked. Number 2, the titles that you may have held and any accomplishments that jump off the page. And number 3, your educational background. And from that, they make a quick judgment about your value as compared to all the other resumes that they may see. And then they sort, sort, sort. Let's get started with your resume. I recommend a clean, easy-to-read typeface, such as Arial. Your name should be large, 18-point. Your name is your brand. Your address and contact information should be a small, single line, 7 or 8 point. It's needed, but it takes up space necessary for more important selling points and accomplishments. Value, value everywhere, but nowhere to be seen. If there's a single area where candidates lose more value on their resumes, it's in what they write under each employer and title. Achievements listed under employer and title should be bullet pointed for easiest absorption and be written with very specific tangibles or deliverables. Always look for, number 1, where you saved the company money, or number 2, where you increased revenues, or number 3, where you increased efficiency or decreased inefficiency or affected performance in some way. Degrees of degrees. Let's look at your educational achievements. Your educational profile can help you or hurt you, depending on how it's handled. Many great and highly productive employees may also not have a completed college degree. This may be an important factor in the recruiting for some positions, and of less importance in the hiring process for others. What is important? The truth. The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. While even attending a college or university is an achievement, let's not parse words. Do you have, or have you received in hand, your college degree? This may seem to be a strange question, but in my 10+ years in the recruiting business, I have had to ask that question again and again because of unclear handling on a resume. In addition to your degrees, be sure to include all trainings, seminars, and other ongoing educational coursework that you have completed, but only if relevant and of interest to a potential hiring manager considering you for a specific role. When in doubt, less is usually more. As you refine your formatting, keep in mind the goals are to move your brand forward by adding focus to you. That's your name. And to help the reader visualize your brand value, career path, and achievements, as well as clearly informing them about your educational background. Well, there you have it. The basics to make your resume a standout. Need even more? Advice, books and audiobooks, career counseling and coaching, and full-service resume renovation services available at selfrecruiter.com.